Hello. Hello. I want to see if the last task is available. Perchance. Surely it is, right? Surely. God damn, it takes a while. Could you imagine these servers with vibrant visuals? I wonder if there'll be an option. I wonder if Java servers will be. Anyway, 7 minutes later, and we'll get into the server, hopefully, surely.
There are dark forces who want to destroy this world.
Okay, I want to see. It's not. Oh wait, what? It is. The village needs more diamonds. Finish all the quests to get the yearn.
I'm Steve.
Oh, I've already got 40. Okay.
There are dark forces who want to destroy this world.
It does have the guy, doesn't it? It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I actually did play this off stream. I hadn't beforehand, and I've already got the best gear, I think. I've also got a keyboard, which I really like, honestly. Anyway, let me go complete this quest real quick. Okay. Hello. 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 Yeah, the instruments are kind of strange. I'm not entirely sure how they work. But they do, so we move forward. Wait, I just realised we've got to do more loading. This is like a loading simulator. Okay. How do you get diamonds? Because you can't mine them. Can you? What? Okay, hopefully my mic's good now, right? Surely. Surely. How do you escape her? Am I being trolled? I think I'm being trolled. Or I'm lagging. I'm lagging. Okay. Do I need to reset? Ugh. How do you get diamonds? You have to kill the piglin thing, right? Mayhaps. I don't know, I'll do that off stream maybe. Or we'll do it later, maybe. But right now we've got bigger fish to fry. Okay. So yeah, you'll notice we're on day 2999. one more day. Actually, it is turning nighttime soon. One more day till 3,000, which is kind of insane. On preview, I can't like transfer worlds over for some reason. So my oldest copy is literally just over 2,000 days, and the difference in the last 1,000 days is ridiculous. Now obviously I haven't done a world tour like at all, but in the 1,000 days alone, we've done a lot. But yeah, I want to I guess go through all the structures, talk about like address certain things with them. So like, what was the hardest one, the most tedious one to build, what one I like the most, that kind of thing. We'll start off with the lighthouse, because it's very fitting. But we'll wait till it's nighttime so we can sleep, and then it's officially day 3,000. So it feels kind of surreal. We did start this world, I believe, in August. So we've been playing since then. Yeah, if you want to, Corn, it's up to you. Yeah, we started this world initially because my old world, like, we had like issues with my old world, and I wanted to make a new one, but then a part of me didn't. So a part of me almost stopped playing the game. I came very close, which would have meant none of this would have been built. But it took a while. It took me an entire month, I believe, to get back into the game and decide to make a new world. I kind of wanted the same vibe as my previous one. I wanted to have a forest biome, but I also wanted to have an ocean. What the ocean does for me is it's easier to make mob farms, and it means I can make mob farms away from my village that I wanted to build, because in my previous world I did have like a mob farm right next to the village, and it just didn't look right, you know. Like I had my beacon display, and then the mob farm was like right there, and it was just a bit of an eyesore. How did you pick the seed? I literally just re-rolled, I think. I re-rolled until I got a good forest and a good ocean, and it took a while. This forest is very large. Obviously, we've destroyed a massive chunk of it because this was also forest. And the ocean as well is massive, which I didn't intend. But what solidified the seed for me was the ocean monument that's right over there. Having the ocean monument gave us access to my favourite block palette, which is Prismarine, which I really liked. And we could make our mob farm as well. We have another island over there that we'll probably look into. That's got my other mob farm. It's very nice. But yeah, we literally just opened up worlds until we got a decent forest, and this is it, you know. So obviously, what comes with forests, the drawbacks. Horses do not spawn in forest biomes. So you'll see later on in the tour, I've actually had to travel a long way away to get horses. Because they don't spawn, fun fact. It's very strange. But, I mean, I guess this is actually still considered as a forest biome because I still get the wolves. So. But yeah, as we sleep, we enter day 3,000. So let's see how it looks. Nice. Nice. This next 1,000 days, I think, will be very integral to the world. Even more so than 2000. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that makes sense. So, let's start with, aside from my house, the oldest structure in the world. I may have made a few houses, like that one and that one. But apart from that, this, the lighthouse. So originally, it was made out of wool, red and white wool, and it was very different. The shape of it was very weird. And it was only recently where I decided to change it. So the base is different because this was stone brick as well. The colouring, it was more just like columns. So one column was like white, one was red, and then vice versa. Now there's an actual spiral that goes around it. So, and it's also made out of concrete, which makes a lot more sense. I didn't really want my lighthouse to be made out of wool anymore. It just didn't really make much sense. So yeah, it now stands. It has stood, honestly, for 3,000 days as the tallest structure in this world. For now, I don't know if that will change. It might. We'll see. But we'll go on to the second tallest soon. But now we're here. So these houses, all very similar, kind of got the same kind of architecture to them. Originally, they didn't have anything to them. Yeah, that's kind of the main thing, Corn. So in creative, I remember my house got struck by lightning, and the lightning went through the slabs. And my pets were here at the time, and they all got set on fire. And this part burned down. Is it still an issue? Yes. I think I'm changing the wool of this soon, so this will also be concrete. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, so they kind of all follow the same kind of formula, right? And that is, you've got the clock, you've got a bookshelf, you've got more bookshelves, you've got like a little dining area, you've got a jukebox with some beds. Originally, these were all going to be empty. And yeah, like I didn't really. I mean, I wanted to put stuff in it, but I had other stuff going on. We will put some stairs under these, by the way. I've only just noticed that, actually. I thought I'd done it all the way around, but we'll do that. So yeah, like, this is, again, these were the oldest as well. And then you have my house. Now, this house means a lot to me. I carried over this house from my previous world. It is exactly the same. This is the exact same, barring like a few changes. This is the exact same, except there were no thingies in my previous world, and obviously because of the update we just got, there were no lodestones because lodestones were previously very expensive. I like the lodestones personally. I've gotten used to them. Now the layout of my house has kind of stayed the same, right? I mean, you've got a chest room and you've also got an area for my animals, but both have changed the design. So we've got this area for my wolves. I have not got all of them. Got a little area for fish. We'll go into the fish area later because there's something else with fish. And we've also got cats. I believe I haven't got all the cats either. I'm missing one, I think. But yeah, now we have extra storage. If I pause, by the way, it's me drinking tea or something. Now this is ongoing, and I'll show you what that means in a minute. But I really like this. I like using the blocks as to show, that this is the chest it belongs to, because item frames would make the world lag a lot. And we still do item frames, you know, for things that don't have blocks. We make changes to hay bales, but you know, we don't have potato blocks yet. So until then, so yeah, this area is mostly like greenery and like colored wool and stuff like that. This is not finished. This will probably never finish because of, you know, continuous stuff. Obviously got saplings and stuff as well. You go over here, and these are like mob drops. This is the more random part of the thing, of the chest room. So we've got Skulk, to be continued. This is going to fill up, by the way. At some point, we're going to destroy an entire Deep Dark, and we're also going to renovate one to trap a Warden in it. So, this looks small, I get it, but it won't for long. As we explore more Deep Darks as well, you know. Gunpowder, I felt it was really important to get a lot of gunpowder. Obviously, we've not used a lot of it. We've used it for some of TNT, but really, yeah, and I want to renovate an ancient city. I think it'd be really cool. Bring it to life or something. So yeah, we've got a lot of gunpowder in case or inevitably when we get the Elytra, which I still, 3,000 days in, I'm not sure when we will kill the dragon. This is more like random stuff. I've got the equivalent of this in the flowery area, where it's just got like flowers and dyes and stuff. But this is more like random, like tridents. You've got the original pickaxe I've had all this time, 3,000 days old. It's still here, same durability, haven't touched it. And then just continues on, like you've got more. I wanted a chain armor set, I've got some mob skulls. I want to get the piglin head. So that is an objective of mine. End crystals, we need more of these because we are going to kill all the dragons for all the end portals. Or end gateways, I guess. I have the same crafting table in the same spot I placed in. Really, that's crazy. I feel like I got that somewhere as well. And yeah, like you continue on, you've got more, I guess, advanced blocks. You've got, you can kind of see where the updates come into it. Like you've got the moss stuff. I haven't decided. Oh, I need to. Okay, that needs to be changed. You got mud as well because I've been using mud a little bit. Copper, redstone, lapis. Because originally all my chests were upstairs, right? So all of this stuff was, and I'll show you that again in a second. It was really unorganized. So I've only just recently added a storage for copper, redstone, and lapis. These will be for the future. One of them is going to be for the end stuff, end realm stuff, so end stone, purple, that kind of thing. And then, yeah, the rest will be for whatever the next drops have in store for us. This is work in progress vault. We have like no iron, so yeah. Yeah, chest cleaning is very, very important. Very important. I had it like a, you'd refer to it as like a chest monster, right? There was loads of chests here, and now there's only one. And these are all my valuables. These are all going to go into the vault when it's done. So, what should we look at next? I feel like we should look at the library. Now, I don't know what order we're doing this in, but so far we're doing this in like the correct order, but that won't last for long. The library has also gone through some changes, but the least amount of changes. I'm kind of okay with it. I might change the flooring. But I'm kind of okay with it. It serves its purpose for what I want it to do in the story of the world. I have my enchant room here, which I don't really use, because villager trading is a thing that we use now. And it's more of the same up here, right? You've got like a little library area. Chandelier here. Originally, that wasn't here. So, now it is. Yeah, we may use spruce, honestly. Birch, sorry, for this, because I don't like using wool as much anymore. But yeah, there's not much to really say about the library. It's got its purpose. It's, it's there. It's nice for aesthetics. Let's go into one of my favorite builds, but one of the builds I had the most issues with, and you're seeing it right now. I'm running straight towards it. The build with no name, funny enough. This is my map area. I'm gonna fill, hopefully, all of these maps, so it's gonna be one giant map area. Originally, this was way longer, or like way bigger, right? You had item frames in this entire flooring, and it didn't really make much sense. One, I'm never filling that many blocks because that is hundreds of thousands of blocks, right? You're not filling that many. Like it would take you years. And two, it's just a bunch of item frames that are taking up, lag, like they're entities as well, right? But yeah, I remember really struggling with this world, or with this build. You had a lot of diorite that I needed to collect, and at the time, diorite wasn't very plentiful. So, a lot of glass as well. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Now this, if I can exit the door. Thank you, game. This is probably top 5 favorite builds. Nether portals, I really struggle with building. I wanted to make a good design, so there's a good design on YouTube. I will not take credit for this. And I haven't, There's a good design on YouTube that does this flora pattern, and I really like it. I think it really works with the village, and has still. But if we go through it, this is not a design that I copied off of the YouTubes. We have the Nether equivalent. So now it's Netherwood instead, and you've got all 4 biomes represented. You've also got little areas. So this is my bartering area. Bartering farms on Bedrock are really good. They're very good with how they work. It's very interesting. So I use this sometimes for stuff like leather, and obsidian, honestly. Hi Squid, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, this did get disconnected. We had a few portal issues. Again, like for the longest time, my portal was just a really basic portal, and then I decided to change it. There was a platform here that the portal was originally on, and I changed it. It all links perfectly now. I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. It's been a good day for Minecraft. Maybe we'll touch on to that later. Ignore the ghast for a second. And run back, because I don't want to get killed. Now there's a structure as well that I'm really happy with this. The Witch Tower, aka my brewing area. I really like this. I think this has probably had the best glow up. So within 2000 to day 3000, I went through and changed a lot of structures. We've heard about the library, we've heard about the lighthouse, and this is one of them. Right? So this was my brewing area, and it was basically a little house, like a little witch house, the size of this, pretty much. And yes, it served its purpose, but it just didn't, as the world evolved around it, it just didn't look right, and it didn't represent what I thought a brewing area should be anymore. So this serves a lot of purpose. One, it's a really cool witch tower, and two, it has, like I say, my brewing stuff. So we've got a little basic Neverwart farm. I don't need hundreds of thousands of Neverwart, so I rarely come down here. Brewing stands as well, plenty of them. And we've got two little individual islands, I guess, floating islands. I love floating islands. So this one has things like brewing ingredients, and it's also like a little nice decorative area. We've got a little wither rose here, which is notoriously quite rare. Glass bottles as well, in case I ever run out of glass for potions. I'd rather use glass, like the sand in my area, for glass for houses, not for glass bottles. So I just made a bunch instantly. And here we've got potions and stuff. I believe, yes. So this lists almost all of the brewing ingredients and what they make. Very cool. I can buy glass from librarians. Yeah, I do that sometimes. If I'm desperate for glass. Yeah, this is just what can I say? Like, this is really, really good and is the tallest structure, the second tallest structure in the village, I believe. Became, or was the smallest, pretty much. Became one of the tallest. Kind of crazy. Now, as we talk about librarians and glass selling, let's move to my villager trading hall. This, okay, I want to explain the process of this, because this was wild. So, originally, I had the outer, or the inner part, I should say, built first. So, this area, and this area. The outside, so the glass, the roof, and the walls outside were not built. I had the pods first built, but not the outside, so it looked really weird to begin with. The tower went through puberty, yeah, pretty much. I'm really happy with this. I have not made any changes. I am probably never going to make any changes. I took a lot of feedback. The copper trapdoors were part of feedback. The glass dome, I think, might have been feedback as well. I'm not entirely sure. It's just a really nice area. It's completely safe. There's no mobs in it. No mobs can spawn in it. The villagers can't get out. They're always attached to their workstations because that's what water does, if you didn't know. On bedrock, they get detached really randomly, and it's very strange. So, yeah, these are all basically enchanted books. Every single enchant book in the game. And then these are like block trades, really. So you're looking at quartz. Quartz is a big one. For 1 emerald, it's massive. These I have for like golden carrots and stuff. And as well as that, selling emeralds is really cheap. Or getting emeralds is very cheap with the 1 pumpkin and 1 melon trade. This as well, right? Roam flesh that I collect from my mob farms. Very good emerald trade, and you've got a glowstone as well. I was renovating my ancient city and had to Google how to stop bedrock villagers from disconnecting while watching the stream. That's insane. Candles as well. I like using candles. Candles are underrated in my opinion. Okay, so whilst we're here, my farm. Very, very recent. So originally, let's take a little detour. We'll come back to this in a second. I did have a crop farm. It was actually right here, and it was a 12 by 12 area with water in the middle, with crops. That was how I did it. I didn't have a massive crop farm to begin with. I didn't have automatic crop farms. I just had a basic farm, basically just to sustain myself and to get enough crops to prepare myself for this. If possible, put the buttons on top of the map room doors. You seem to be able to open them easier. Okay, yeah, we'll do. Yeah, this is very recently done and is a massive area of the world. So you have a little melon and pumpkin patch. You've also got these little... Now you'll notice there are some spots missing some places. Those will be reserved for maybe future crops or plants we get. But you'll notice that you got the new flowers. So you've got the wildflower, cactus flower, the bushes, the firefly bush. And you've also got pink petals, which I didn't have up until the spring update because I didn't explore the world. So yeah, this is basically what you'd expect, right? You've got a massive wheat farm, massive carrot farm. These are the two biggest ones because wheat is the most important, and then you've got carrots, golden carrots if I wanted to make them. And you've got beetroot that is being trampled on at this very moment. Feels bad, man. Yeah, pretty small, but again, don't really need much of them. Potatoes, I think this is a reasonable size. I think this is fine. And obviously these lights will go on and off depending on if it's day or night with the daylight sensors that you can see here. So we also have a little windmill farmhouse thing, which I really like as well. It's nice and cozy. Just belongs to the farmer who's taking care of the farmland and the animals as well. Because we have a lot of animals that we'll now look into. So first off, we also have a cocoa bean farm, but that's not really that important. First up, we have, this should be a rabbit pen, and it kind of is. You've got two rabbits there. You've got Toast and you've got Reggie. Now you've also got, this might be my favourite build. I don't know why I'm so attached, well actually these two. This might be my favourite build because I just really liked how it turned out. It's definitely my best stable, right? You've got a camel that's deciding whether or not to leave. You've got skeleton horses, donkeys. Now the skeleton horses and the camel will move somewhere. That is for the future me to decide. But we've got some really good horses here. Really good horses. I'm quite proud of that. We've also got a chicken pen. So with the addition of the spring update, we've got new chickens, the warm and cold variants, and we also got eggs. So the hoppers will contain the eggs and then transfer them all into this. So just a nice little egg farm, I guess. And yeah, we've also got the same for cows and pigs, right? Because they've also got mob variants. 2 warm cows, 2 cold cows, 2 warm pigs, 2 cold pigs. And this is just for like storage, maybe, if the farmer needed it. Now you may notice we don't have a sheep farm or pen, and I'll talk about that soon. But for now, welcome to my sniffer pen. This should be like no secret. I love sniffers. I voted for them in the mob vote without hesitation. I did not care about the other 2 mob options, really. I was always going to vote for these guys. I love the sniffers. Samantha and... Actually, no. Samuel is the OG sniffer I got. the first sniffer I got in my previous world was named Samuel. So, but yeah, this is just this is like my calm place. Like if I'm like stressed, I like to go in here and just like sit and just, you know, just chill. It's really nice. Whilst we're here, the newest build. Welcome to my horse racing track that is still in development, but we've made some big progress. Just an area, I guess I should say, not a way, but just an area to practice your horse racing abilities, see how good your horse is, and it's a very good thing to do in this world. Very popular. Horses are very popular in this world. Go figure. But yeah, as we're on the topic of mobs, let me finish up in this area with the last mob. So, the last mobs I want to show you in this area, obviously there's more mobs to show you, but for now, this is my sheep pen. It's an automatic wool farm, and don't get me wrong, it works really well. You saw the chests earlier. It works really well, but I'm going to get rid of it. And then there's going to be a proper animal pen for sheep, and I can't wait for you guys to see it, because it's going to look really nice. It's quite common. I see people build that kind of style of sheep pens quite a lot, but I think it works. Yeah, we'll do the town hall now, I guess. Town hall stuff. So, this is basically where people discuss changes, events, things that might happen in the village. So we've got a few desks here, so we can go through them. So someone over here is working on the threats facing the world. That could be anything. This one is focused on the ocean defense system, conduits. I'll show you that when we go into the ocean. This one is your typical, how can we improve the village, what can we do to further it? Stream questions, yeah, I'll talk to you guys as well. I am trying to talk to you guys, I am reading what you guys are saying as well. Was there a blacksmith? There is a blacksmith, yes. And then this one has what more can be done to secure the welfare of animals and people, because this village prides itself in taking care of animals. Ignore that. But aside from that, okay, this is like an animal sanctuary. Now this build is the next build that is going to go under some changes. It is the wool area. This is my least favourite build. I don't like any part of it. It is really ugly. There's not much to say about it. So, we have... What do we have now? Okay, this is one of my most recent builds. This is a bakery. Now, I didn't know what to put in this spot. I still have this spot to fill up. But I didn't know what to put in here. And I think a bakery makes sense. So you've got some delicacies, you've got cake, you've got cookies. And obviously the baker sleeps here as well. So he basically deals with all the bakery kind of shenanigans, and yeah, also has pumpkin pie now, which is a delicacy. Besides Happy Cast, what else do you think will be in the drop, knowing it releases in June? This is a very vague answer, but it's all I can say. I have no idea. I can't pinpoint the direction of the drop. Until we get the second feature, which you could argue Happy Casts were the second feature, right? Because Locator Bar was the first. But I don't. So I'm saying when we get the second feature, that will be when I can kind of pinpoint where I think it's going. I've got a vague idea, but it's too vague right now. Also, a very new build. Gallery of art. I love art galleries in Minecraft. Why is there paintings missing here? Okay. Ignore that. Oh, I know why there's paint. Okay. I know why. Does that mean there's going to be more missing here? Yes, but only 1 point. Okay, that's fine. This took a long time to figure out. I had no idea how I wanted to build an art gallery. Art galleries are so hard to build, in my opinion. Especially with my like village theme. So it does look modern, but not that modern. I think I've still captured the look of the library with this. So but if we go back, there's still a few areas here that I want to talk about. So, we'll do this one. Blacksmith. Again, I think I had a blacksmith originally. I could be wrong. Did I actually? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm thinking of something else that we'll look at in a second. Yeah, this is your typical blacksmith area. You know, works a lot on stuff. This is where my mace is stored, by the way, and where my heavy core is. I think it makes sense for it to be here, personally. So, until I get the next heavy core, the heavy core will stay in there. The OG one, at least, will stay in. Well, the OG one actually is the mace. So, yeah, I got bullied a lot with the map area. A lot of the builds I really struggled with. You know, I still do. Right, I don't try and hide that. A lot of the builds I've struggled with building, and I think that's fine. I think that's part of the process. This one, I feel like a lot of people liked this, which is very reassuring. This is my armory, and my original armory was the second structure from my old world, and it just didn't fit. It didn't fit with how the world looked, similar to the witch hut. It didn't fit, right? Hang on, I just got to message someone. 2 seconds, guys. Yeah, so we now have a lot of armor trims as well. We are missing one more, and you can take a guess on which one we're missing. We've got some template blocks, so these are basically, you know, duplicating purposes. And you've got the trim tools, so very cool. I have to confess, what are you confessing? I love the roof shape. I do as well. At first I was conflicted, right? Because I built this after, obviously these two structures. Now this one was a bit earlier than, you know, remodeling this. But you can kind of see a resemblance, right? Kind of. At least I see it, right? And I was worried it'd look too similar to like a barn, but I don't think it does. I think it works really well. Now, before we move on to the next part of the world, let's look at the worst part of the world. This. I have grown to slowly despise this tree farm. And I can say it will be going. All of this will be going. There's going to be a clock tower, Big Ben-esque structure right here. And yeah, there's going to be more area to build other stuff. This entire area is going to get gone because I have slowly over the past few months been like, it doesn't fit. And what have I done with that mentality? I've removed the structure completely, but in most cases remodeled it. There's not much to it. It's a tree farm. It's not very exciting. This place, oddly, I really like this place. I don't know why, but wood workshop. So you've got autocrafters here, 8 of them to be exact. For more complex like wood stuff, if I'm like really lazy, for example, slabs, fences, item frames, chests, ladders, stairs, bows. Bows can be annoying to craft. Is it fine? Okay, good. There's one thing as well though. You may notice that there's an item missing here. This isn't intentional. This is for shulkers, because shulkers can be notoriously annoying to craft. En masse as well. And that's it, I'm afraid. No, that's not it. We've still got more to show off. That's it for this island, though. So we're going to sleep in our bed. And, yeah. We have more... Actually, we've got more stuff here. What am I talking about? I'm so sorry. Docks. One of the first builds. This is amazing for me because I use boats a lot. Not having to be a lecturer, you know, you tend to use minecarts and boats a lot more. So, yeah, I really like docks. We also have a turtle enclosure. Used to be my axolotl enclosure, but things have changed with that. You've got Blastoise, and you've also got Pearl. Water type Pokemon, and my first Pokemon game. So. And then from the outside, we've got a nice little thing here. A very common build, people do this with axolotls, but I wanted to switch it up and have turtles in instead. I'm getting yoinked. Please don't hurt me. Another trident. We'll take that. I spoke earlier about ocean defense. As you can see, I'm not hurting this drowned. It's the conduit. Conduit's max power attacks drowned. You can see there's another little effect there, right? Now, does it do a lot of damage? Not really, but it's quite nice, you know. So the last thing in this area, hang on, before we move on, is a frog enclosure. I built this like in 20 minutes. I don't know why. I really don't know why I built a frog enclosure so soon, but yeah, we have 2 frogs, or one frog. I need to sort that out. I can sort that out anyway, it's fine. So, we move on. I've got a few things to note to myself, so that's why I'm pausing as well. Like the item frames in the gallery, the frog stuff. So I'm just like mentally noting that down. Now we move to this part of the world. I love this area. I really do. Let's start off with, personally, a favourite of mine, my greenhouse. It's got all the flowers in it. It looks really nice. I mean, what can I say? It does its job. It's like aesthetically there, you know. So it does its purpose, I think. It looks really nice. But if you're sneaky and redstone based, you may come down here and notice some redstone shenanigans. So we've got a snow golem farm. You are going to be important for the next drop, I just realised. Lava farm, concrete farm. So this will turn concrete powder automatically into concrete. The idea is you put powder here, piston moves it, and then the pistons push it to the side, and yeah. So we also have, in this area, moss farm. This is so useful, but I'm turning it into a bone meal farm. And the bone meal allows me to power up this is my flour duplicator. Yeah. The Iron Golem is here just for a good time. He's just vibing. Sugarcane, auto sugarcane farm. You'll notice I didn't have a sugarcane farm. This is why. Part of the reason why I'm destroying the tree farm as well. We don't need a bamboo tree farm. We have this. Now this isn't 0 tick, but it does the job. And then we've got auto smelters as well, just in case that the lava farm powers. Now we go into the bee enclosure. I really like this area. Now obviously you won't see the bees because it's raining. But it's nice, you know, it's different. I really like it. Not much to say about it, but I love bees, so. Now we move into this area. A lot of this stuff is very new. A bee stung me when I was 5. I remember I got stung in the ear by a wasp. It wasn't very pleasant. Let me just dump a few things because we're getting a bit antsy having this much stuff on me. Okay. So, Amethyst Lab. This is where, you know, we researched amethyst. What are their properties? What are they used for? Why are they here? How old are they? You know. So you've got a little mock-up of an amethyst geode that someone took a lot of research into looking into, so he's decided to make his own to get a basic idea. You've also got all the stages of amethyst, so you've got a small one, this one, I guess, or smallest, smaller, middle-ish, and then you've got the fully grown one that everyone loves. And then down here, this will take you, you'll notice we've got little doorways to nearby amethyst geodes where the researchers will go there, dig up amethysts and do more research. Very cool. Almost walked right into that. Now we have the mining area, and this is becoming one of my favourite areas. So, you know, this is where the guy lives, I guess. You need to install some trash cans. I might do around the world, yeah. So yeah, this is basically his house. You've got an archaeology pottery area. These are all the sheds I have for now. And then spare ones. Of the ones I already have. Yeah, it's nice. Favourite one, for obvious reasons. But yeah, this is where you'll come and make your shirts and your pots and stuff. It's very nice. It's a very chill area. Do you have more now? No, not yet. This area is... I mentioned the axolotl stuff earlier. Welcome to my aquarium. So you've got regular fish or tropical fish on both sides of these. No real reason to get specific ones. I just went and grabbed a bunch of them and stuff. And you've also got all, yes, all of the axolotls. There's Mudkip, the blue one. Very rare, but I got it in under 200 breeding attempts, if that's what you'd call it. Again, the aquarium's another place, like the sniffer enclosure. I like to just sit and just chill. It's very nice. Now this area is where my actual mine is. But before that, do you guys want to see my original Amethyst lab? See if I can remember where it is. I may not be able to. I've done a good job of hiding it, didn't I? It's actually in here. And when I tell you it was awful, I may have like showed it off on stream actually. When I tell you it was awful, it was horrendous. Yeah, I guess I've just hidden it somewhere. It was... No, you don't want to see it. I'm much more... Wait a minute. I'm much better or happier with that. I can do it after the tour, I guess. I'll go into spectator mode. In a copy, because this, if you didn't know, is fully legit. If anyone had any questions about that. Now you no longer do, I guess. I hope. Yeah, this is the mine. The third structure from my old world. I loved it from my old world. You got a few differences, right? This one's more spacious. And there's a lot less going on. You know, there's a lot less dripstone and lava and stuff. Because when I get the elytra, I don't want to fly into these pillars. So you basically just TNT mine all the way down the bedrock level. And you've also got a little... Ow. 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 Showcase of some ore. The rarest ores, in fact. You've got Deep Slate Coal, we just missed, is up there, but you've also got these. The rarest ore in the game. So glad to have this in the game. So glad. But yeah. I will be doing that, Corn, don't worry. This area will be where I mine. I'm going to do like a mine over there. 10,000 blocks in that direction. And then I'm going to go back, store everything that I find, and then go back to see if I get any caves. I am dreading the 10k block mine, I'm not going to lie to you. In the Nether, it's a lot easier. Yeah, it definitely is faster, but I like doing it because I'm showcasing this as well. This will be like whenever I'm like the miner is packed full of like ore and stuff, he or she or they, in my case, can put stuff in the chest and launch it up, and then continue mining. I regret doing this, but it's nice to showcase, I guess. Yeah, I originally wasn't going to stream this world much. Fun fact. Like at all. But now I am. You can take that as a good or bad thing, depending on your thoughts. What else do we have? We have the Fisherman's Hut. Self-explanatory, really. I built a second dock next to this area, and this is where the fisherman fishes. We've got a nice view of the ocean. This is going to look so good with vibrant visuals, I just realised. And you've got some other fish as well. So technically we've got 3 aquariums. But yeah, nice little area. Got some skeletons. Oh, these don't despawn. That's a good thing to know. I'm going to take these guys as well. Now we're going to do a bit of risky stuff. Now we're going to close off the tour and thus the stream with the mob farms. This is my all-round hostile mob farm. Is it very effective? Actually, no. I don't use it for much. Unless my tools are like... unless I've got one tool that's really damaged, I'll come up here and repair that one tool. Right? But... yeah, so all the mobs, skeletons, zombies, witches, creepers, all that kind of jazz. And you've got an enchantment room here. Not much to say about it, you know. But let's move on to the better farm. The Guardian farm. Fun fact, I say better, not all of these pods you're seeing, because they are basically pods, have Guardians in them, unfortunately. But it does still work pretty well. The idea is you basically flick a lever down there, and then you stand on here, and yeah. Guardians are my favourite mob, or hostile mob I should say, fun fact, and Prismarine is my favourite block set, so this farm is... it means a lot to me, basically. And I'm also using my second favourite block set as well. Well, part of it anyway. Now this island is very unique. Why? Because it's the closest place to my island that spawns horses. Yes, I got all my horses from this island, which meant I would have to lead them or use a golden carrot. Yeah, so Michael Fantasy I do want to be an MMO. It just is too low, like, size, I guess. This is my gold farm, and basically my XP farm. All 3 farms... why is there a creeper? All 3 farms use what is known as trident killers. That's how all the mobs are dying and stuff like that, and this farm only recognizes rotten flesh, golden ingots, or gold nuggets, which are crafted straight away into gold nuggets, or golden ingots. So, all the swords are burned in this. Either end of the farm has a burner. And then you've also, of course, got another enchantment room here, in case you needed it. And here's my iron farm as well. Very cool. Beach sword is 1 nugget, yeah, but it adds up to a lot of fuel. Fuel that I could be using elsewhere. Yep, thank you guys. It is definitely more of a cat farm, but iron farms are very bad on Bedrock, okay? You take what you get. They're very, very bad in literally every metric. Nope, every farm is bad. That's just how it is. And, no, I'm kidding. So, that basically concludes the tour. We're gonna leave where we started, the tour. And yeah, in 3,000 days, that is basically what I've built. Now there's some like Nether stuff, you know, the axolotl pen, but you know, it's all good. I don't know when the next world tour will be. It won't be in like 4,000 or maybe 5,000. It depends. If the world changes significantly, then we'll see. But yeah, that is everything I believe I've showed off today. Let me know what your favourite build was. I'd love to know actually. Like I say, I've got a few favourites. I don't have one favourite, but I've got like a few. So 5,000, 7,000, and 10,000. That might be a good idea actually. But let's confirm some things. From now until the world tour, this if you're only watching the world tours, which would be crazy, but I respect. This will be the last time you see the tree farm. The mountain that I'm looking at behind the horse racing track will be gone, and the sheep farm, to the left of my house, will all be gone. So that's some exciting stuff, I guess. I may also be wearing wings next time we do a world tour. And also the wool house will be changing. And maybe a warden skulk based area will be built somewhere. But yeah, those are some of my more close plans. To end off the stream, I do want to show you guys. Hang on. So before we end the stream, I'm going to do a few things. One, back up my worlds. So we'll do that now. And yeah, my world, if you didn't know, is called Minecraftia. I've come very close, Corn. Very close. That's the seed. If you want it, I'm not sure why you would. There's nothing too spectacular, maybe to most people, but it means a lot to me. So, if you wanted the seed to play around with, then there you go. And the settings I play with as well. And obviously, I've got achievements enabled, hard mode, all that kind of jazz. But let me use this creative copy because I mentioned I wanted to show you guys my old Amethyst lab. So I was, yeah, I was originally scared of sharing the seed. Let me go into spectator actually. This. Now compare this to that. There's just a major build improvement there. Granted, I didn't know what I was going to do with the amethyst area. The amethyst area and the house were going to be combined into one. Fun fact. This is what it was. Like, look how ugly this is. And I used glowberries as the... Oh, Jesus Christ. What was I thinking? And just smooth basalt. Nice. Oh, it was higher. Oh, I thought it was lower. Oh. But yeah. Luckily you didn't fall off like the one I guided you through. Yeah. Also, I guess we'll do this now in creative, because I guess in survival it was more of a chore to do, but since we can fly. If you wondered what this area was, one, this is basically spawn point. Fun fact. Two, this is where I kill my wardens. Or withers, rather. Wardens, hopefully. No, I am not killing a warden. There's certain tech you do with killing withers. And I do that. Is it cheating? No. This is where you killed babies, and those two, yeah. No. But yeah. I'm getting the stream. After one more thing. Sorry. One more thing. I need to check. Can I please do the last task? Last task. Find out momentarily.
There are dark forces who want to destroy this world.
Okay. So the task is actually there. Okay, sorry. Map mins. If you haven't done this, by the way, it's very easy. I was like, okay, so people were saying that day 2 task is like really annoying to do if you haven't done it from like day 1. So I was like dreading it. Bro, look at these tasks. Okay, tedious, but not really difficult. Again, like, is what? Okay. You gotta kill mobs. I don't know how to do that. again, if you know what you're doing, like these are all basic tasks, no? And like the internet was like throwing up because apparently it was very, very difficult. Are there diamonds now? I don't think the task is available, unfortunately. So, but yeah, I guess we'll end with an outro. I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Big day for Minecraft as well. You know, we've got happy casts and vibrant visuals, which I was very surprised about. So I want to play along with that. There's a creeper coming towards me. So I'm gonna enjoy that. Enjoy that and stuff. Hope you guys do as well, because honestly, it's so good. Touched much of it, honestly. So I'm going to now. But yeah. Hope you have a good day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you guys at some point in the future. Mike dying. I literally, like, the thing is, right, I literally move an inch and it's like, okay, I'm gonna die now. Fantastic. Anyway, I'm gonna stare into your soul as I end the stream. Help. Help.